the problem is is getting the suggestions from her and not getting her to go all the way through with them. So I just told her that this is what we're gonna do, and just try to build a better bond with her as a trust factor to where I can start spending, more time with her, and then we can start doing things together with each other. That way, if she don't do things when she's around me, but she does them when she's with her mom, but then if we together doing things together, and if she doesn't do it with me, she's not gonna do it in front of me. So we're gonna try uh that approach, a more subtle approach than the piranhas, and it's gonna consist of a little bit more
Thank you.
smiling, and like you said, it has to be more Dolphins. And I think that trying to get them with kindness is a different thing from just being not angry or fussing, but just trying to be a disciplinarian uh, with force, as and as not as a weapon, but as an intimidator. And just trying to scare her into getting straight. Just try to walk hand in hand with her, man.
Okay, and I think you stick to the program if, let's say, she goes 35 seconds doing the right thing. Now it's time to start coming off that. So, a suggestion, and we could talk about it. You said you didn't give her a choice. That's cool. You said, hey, this is the way it is. And I suggest that if she starts doing stuff right, for 15 seconds, we got to start showing her some rehabilitation leeway. What you think about that?
I mean, that's a very good situation to look at like that, because like I said, my effectiveness was taking everything away. And just like you said, if you take away from these kids, they're smart enough to go to old phones. They're smart enough to figure out a way to get on social media. So me taking away something from her still gives her the opportunity to get it.
And
So
that, go ahead. I'm sorry. You said so what?
and so how I'm looking at it, I'm thinking that would be a better game plan, was to reward, because I told her you can't get rewarded for doing something bad.
Right, right.
You don't get rewarded for that. But I mean, that would be a good thing. So yeah, instead of saying a whole day, if you can do something, listen or good, because what I did tell her, Mr. Pascal, I told her that I wanted her to write uh three things that what she was going to do was to try to show her mom that she wouldn't have to worry about her trying to pull another stunt like this.
Yeah.
Um, and what I told her mom was those three things, what she was going to write down, were going to be the three things that we were going to hold her liable for, because she wrote them down. Nobody's making her write down these three things. This is what she's going to write down, and it's going to be like a contract. Because once I get that paper from her saying that the three things that she's going to do to show her mom that she is not going to pull this again, then that's we're going to hold that like a contract. And that's what I'm going to, expect you to do. What you write down. I'm not telling you what to write down. You can write down whatever you want to write down, but once you write those things down, these are what we're going to work on.
Okay, so it's two things I want you to think about. And remember, you never get mad at me because I ain't nobody, first of all. But in just talking with you, and I know I'm getting ready to lose you here pretty soon, it still seems like you just, I'm being heard and I'm listening to you, Daddy. And then at a certain point, I'm like, okay, Daddy, goddamn, shut the fuck up. So we need to think about that because the theory says the less you talk, the better, and be consistent. And effective praise says sometimes you gotta find shit that they do right. And when they do it right, you can start that progress of okay, you do right, I'll give you some benefits. So She may not remember you and me and everybody else. We might not be able to do the stuff right away because we so used to getting over on it. So you got to find the fact that she wrote down three things to me is an effective praise moment that you could smile, sweetheart. I'm glad you wrote down three. These are some good ones. Give me a hug. And that smile, tell her what she did right, and give her a reason to keep doing it. And ain't no better reason than a daddy's love or a daughter's love or dad. So that's a small reward, so to speak. I'm not saying give her back the whole world, but a smile and a hug is awesome because you're talking about that partnership. And you need her. And then, I wouldn't have a lot of faith with mom. I'm gonna support mom and everything, but remember, mom is the one that she let her go outside with nobody, so take that for what it's worth.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So I have a hard time with being consistent because I feel like I'm being too mean when I take things away from my kids.
Okay.
I feel like that I'm like the big bad wolf, if you will, when I'm like, okay, you've lost your TV privileges for, a week or whatever. And then I'll end up backsliding because I feel so bad.
Yeah.
So my question is, how do you stay consistent?
Okay, this is a perfect question. Great question. Everybody pay attention. Okay, the first thing is she gave her a life sentence. And then us parents are like, on day 2, we like, you know what? She didn't really deserve the life sentence. I'm being too hard. That's okay, but don't beat yourself up. Give her a chance to win it back. Sweetheart, today you did a good job of just smiling a lot, releasing some dolphins. I'm gonna take away one day. So you still being consistent, especially with the program, because the program says we all are screw ups. So when we screw up, it ain't the end of the world. Let me build a partnership with you. Hey, mom, today I went to class and I raised my hand. We don't say, yeah, okay, you still got that damn weak punishment. We say, oh my God, that's so awesome. The world is so beautiful. I'm gonna take away 5 seconds of your punishment because we looking at the partnership long term. And the prisoner in jail, who the guard says every day, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. When he finally stops saying shut the fuck up, the prisoner is like, phew, thank God. So we can throw down tough punishments, but we got to have opportunities for them to win back. And that's very important because that's developing that partnership. So that's really consistent with Terry's. And all of us are inconsistent. So that's why you're not supposed to give life sentences, first of all, because you're like, damn, she didn't deserve 10 years just because she spilled the milk. And then now you're showing weakness, but you gave her 10 years, but the next day she didn't spill the milk. Of course, you helped her, but so what? So you can help her do stuff so you can shower her with effective praise. Sweetheart, you're doing a good job. You ain't did no, we did a dance thing yesterday, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You didn't even twerk one time, girl. That's what I'm talking about, man. Your punishment is over with. Old school says they being weak. They being weak. And I'm suggesting that you're not being weak, you're building a partnership because pretty soon she's gonna be 16, 17, 18, and you're gonna need that relationship. So you can beat ass and stop stuff today, but many kids know how to go around that. And there's some kids that be like, I don't even care about getting my ass beat. Especially boys when they get 12, 13, you could beat their ass and they'll be sitting there watching TV. And then you catch a case because you keep beating them. You're going to cry today, goddammit. And I ain't crying. Shit, I'm getting beat up in school every day. Your little whoopers ain't shit. So partnership is a big deal in today's world. If Aaron or even Tara's daughter is struggling with virtual learning and they want to talk about it because they're struggling, but if they know as soon as they say something, motherfuckers gonna start yelling and talking too much and saying the same thing. I ain't talking to you. How you doing at school? Good. Because I don't want to hear your damn mouth. So it's the partnership, and the partnership comes with Dolphins. I mean, Terry, you in a relationship and your wife says, you've been doing something, your wife says, listen, I'm gonna tell you what the punishment gonna be. Automatically your hair grows up on your back. You're like, what the fuck? So you can tell somebody what the punishment is gonna be, but you still gotta release the dolphins when you do it. Sweetheart, listen, this is the way it's gotta be. And I'm smiling right now. You can't see that, but I'm releasing dolphins as I put the hammer down. And come here, baby, give me a hug, because this hurts me as much as it hurts you. You my girl. How you feel? And if she gets upset, Daddy, you tripping, then that's the best part of all of what we doing. Sweetheart, I see you getting upset. And I'm getting upset. Not, don't you be doing, old school tells us that you can't get upset. New school says, because of the things that we talk 13th, 0 to 100 roll rage, blah, 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 we say, sweetheart, I see you getting upset. You wanted to get upset almost at the 2 level, not the 6 when she throwing shit. And that's for you and Tara both. So effective praise should happen all day long. You whoop her and then you say, sweetheart, you're doing a good job of not crying 2 hours later. Hey, that's effective praise. Old school, like, not crying, shit. You're trying to build relationships. And just like a relationship with you and your spouse or vice versa, if they throwing the hammer at you every time you screw up, you're like, shit, I might as well go ahead and screw somebody. Every time I go out, she's saying I'm screwing somebody. Shit. That mentality. Comments about that? All right, I'm gonna keep rocking and rolling. Comments, if you think about a comment, just pop in. I want to talk to you. We had a whole bunch of homework assignments, and I want to hear some of them. We had road rage. I only had one person respond to that. Terry, as you're dissecting this, and Terry and Tara, you got another question, just hit me with it. Don't matter where we at. But in the meantime, who did their road rage homework?
I did.
Let's go, Ada.
So, like, every time somebody, like, cuts me off or rides my ass, it pisses me off. So, I get on my phone and I turn on some Jelly Roll, which I don't know if anybody knows who Jelly Roll is. Well, anyways, he has, like, a couple of songs, and there's one song that I will repeat over and over. It's called Save Me. And it's been my all-time favorite song since my son passed away. It's talking about somebody just needs to save me from myself before I end up going insane.
When you put that song on, did you pay attention to how long it took you to forget about the road rage person?
Yeah, because as soon as it starts playing, my mind just goes like right into the song.
And when you think about road rage has put a lot of people in jail, in cemeteries, and hospitals. And you were able to give yourself an antidote real quick, and you didn't go kill him because he was riding your ass, and he deserves to die. I ain't tripping, but you don't necessarily deserve to go to prison for killing him, even though you're right, because your why. You talked about your why, and what was your why again, Anna?
To be able to tell my story about gun safety and get my kid back, and be the mom that my kids know, and not the depressed one.
And that's just awesome, because the depressed one, when you're depressed and you feel like the world is down on you and everything, and then some motherfucker do road rage to you, sometimes all of that anger from the depression can be taken out on the road rage person, and your why, your babies, are left out in the cold. That's why I'm a big person on your why, man. Your why is deep. Your why is deep. And you must keep building on your why all the time. Remember, foster parents get paid for taking care of your babies. Again, I'm not dogging foster care, but I'm saying they get paid to love your babies. So that's part of your why. Who else did road rage?
Mr. Pascal,
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't do no I didn't have any homework, but there's something I'd like to share with everybody.
Please do.
Um my kids, the placement for my kids finally got approved for them to go live with my aunt. So that's good. So it's just I just want everybody to hear that if you just keep doing right and everything and stay on the right track, then things start to work out. And it seems really hard and bad shit happens. But if you just listen in class and do things you're supposed to do, then eventually things work out. And my kids are living proof of that.
That's a really good point, because when you guys first started, it didn't look all that rosy. You agree? And you went to when did your case get open, Kay?
July 13th, they took my kids.
July 13th. This year? Okay, so check this out. This is awesome. Okay, so that's July month 7, and we started. Hell, when did you start the first class? Was it August?
I think it was in August, because I went to rehab August 31st.
Okay, so
and I left. Yeah.
Okay, so check this out, guys. And let me ask you real quick. Hubby, has he went to rehab yet? He did. Okay, good. And tell him I'll start answering his texts now. But check this out. Her case was open in July. She got into parenting classes right away, and she just had a positive comment. If you were in my class right now and I could see you, I would show you my phone of people who have been texting me like last year about parenting class and finally sign up. So you building up a whole bunch of sharks in the meantime. Some people do. They get a case open, they do a parenting class. And when you're doing that right away, you got this, you're a caseworker, you got this many cases. And you got somebody who went to parent who did something right away, man, you trying to get rid of that case the right way. If you got somebody they're not home when you call, not passing drug tests. Oh my God, and this is the best one. This is it ain't even new no more. People do this. They hair color their hair. If I'm your caseworker and you dyed your hair, I'm already thinking cha-ching, something bad. But you say ain't nothing bad, but in the arena of trying to get your babies back, that's a check in the wrong spot. And you got to be getting checks in the right spot as quickly as possible. And that's how you get your case getting rid of. If your case has been going for 3 years, you can still get it gotten rid of by doing the right thing. Somebody called me yesterday, said, hey, I want to start parenting classes, but I got to be finished in January. I said, well, because that's her final hearing. I said, okay, well, technically you could be finished Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I said, add those up. And if you can do 12 and be able to demonstrate the information and pass the test, you could be done. And they said, pass the test. Now, Kay, Donna, y'all know how easy that damn test is. And it's a take-home test. And she said, pass the test. She said, I'm gonna have to call you back. So if her final hearing is January, that means that she didn't have plenty of time to come to parenting classes. Hell, she could have started parenting classes last year and took the test 100 times and finally passed it. But now she's under the gun, and now she want to do a parenting class in 20 seconds. I can't tell y'all how many times I get that from people, that they just text me and text me and text me and text me, and then finally show up for a parenting class because they got court tomorrow.
Mr. Pascal.
That's what you're going against when you're competing for your kids, for your caseworker. Yes, ma'am, Adriana. Hey, babe, can you give me my cord?
Sorry, I'm sick, but I had court yesterday, and they rescheduled it for Friday.
Why did they reschedule it?
Because my baby's dad is in jail. and they just gave him a court-appointed attorney.
Um, when did he go to jail?
He's been in jail since this all started. He beat me up while I was pregnant with my son
Why did they need him?
because he's part of the case.
Are you guys trying to get the kids back together?
No,
Do you have a lawyer?
yeah.
What does your lawyer think about that?
Um, she told me that he's probably going to try to fight me on everything to get the kids, to get my son put with his dad.
So how do you feel about that? Hey, Veronica,
Not good.
can you bring me my cord? It's right by the chair for my laptop. So you were on the Zoom call
Yeah,
and they canceled it.
yeah.
So what did that do to your stress level?
I mean, really nothing. My lawyer had explained everything to me. Uh, I'm just, I'm ready for Friday. I mean, I had all my paperwork out. I was going to read the judge my why and everything. And
Okay, so let's go back to our lonely highway that only we travel. That just because it's sunshine today doesn't mean there ain't gonna be a hurricane tonight. And that's an example that I want you guys to visually have. Because just because you finally doing stuff right does not mean it's gonna be a sunshiny day all day long. And you got to be prepared for that. That's why I asked her about her stress level. Hey, that's my wife, y'all. I'll be running that, boy. I'll be like, look.
Oh, please.
I'll be like, look, go fix me some dinner.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm gonna be messing around over here, Jack.
Yeah.
See how fast you got my cord.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm glad you running a parenting class and not a spousal class.
Please.
Yeah. But did y'all hear me? I said, hey, babe, bring my cord. She was like, pew, here it is.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
Mr. Pascal, you're going to get beat up today.
Huh?
You're going to get beat up today.
Yeah, I'll make up for it later.
James Brown, the big payback.
Hey, check this out. I can't talk to you right now.
Shut up.
All right?
Yeah, right. Okay.
What was the head movement? What was that head movement? What?
I'm gonna go back to my corner.
That's right. Hey, dude, go check her out. Make her go downstairs.
Oh, boy.
All right, now let's get back to the Dolphins. Okay, Adriana, those things happen, right? Especially now in 2020, a lot of people's cases are being smished back. If you didn't dot your I, they doing your case later because there's so many cases that they just looking for any reason to throw your case back into the barrel for 3 months, guys. And that's part of the fight that you guys are having. So you got to get your shit right yesterday and release some Dolphins so you can get out of the system and get your babies back. You ain't got to like the judge or nobody else in the world, but you love your babies. And that's your why. We got to keep our focus on our why. So Adriana, you were dealt a blow. You got an attorney. It's a damn shame you guys got to get attorneys. How much you pay for your attorney, Adriana, or is it court appointed?
It was court appointed. I've had my attorney, but he's fought them on the DNA, doing the DNA test throughout this whole case. And the judge finally ordered him and made him take one. And then the results came back that he was the father. So now that he's the father, then they just now gave him an attorney, and that's what set the case off till Friday. But I'm not worried about it. I'm not really worried about it at all. I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So
yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Hey, if you don't mind my asking, how long is he going to be in jail?
I don't know. He's trying to take it to trial, but like I said, he beat me up while I was pregnant with my son. So and he's got priors with domestic violence.
Oh well, then he doesn't stand too much of a chance, I wouldn't think, to make it an issue for you. They just had to give his attorney a chance to get familiar with the case, I would think.
And I don't see him as being a man. I don't see him getting above that to where the courts would give him the kid. If he beat you up while you were pregnant and he's showing he got a case of domestic violence and he's showing it, I'm pretty sure that they're not going to just line him up to give him the kid.
Yeah, many times. Oh, Carissa, go ahead. Go ahead, Carissa. Carissa, can you hear me?
Yes, it was muted. Okay, Adriana, you know, don't worry about your baby daddy. You know you'll get him back. That's your baby. Good luck.
I mean, I'm not too much worried about him. I don't like the things that he's doing, but I mean, he's a person. I can't change that. I can't make him do one thing or another. But like I said, I'm still doing everything I gotta do. I'm still doing all my drug tests. I'm passing all my drug tests, doing my counseling. I'm doing my classes. I'm working. I got a place. So there's really, I mean, there's nothing that he can do from in there that's gonna go over what I've done out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean. And guys, real quick, sometimes you come in and if I mute you, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, just the background, and I just rather than say something, I just mute it. But if Carissa or anybody else got something else to say, just keep unmuting it when you get a chance to talk, and we'll flow with that. I'm just gonna kind of keep us on that train so we get something out of it. And my job isn't to, when you say it's blue and if it's red, my job isn't to say it's you right, it's blue. You know, if it's red, it's red. And if you guys are not doing what you're supposed to do, it's gonna be a rough ride for you. I ain't gonna kid you. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, it's gonna be a rough ride. And Adriana, in your case, you are, sounds like you saying you're doing what you're supposed to do. And if he's domestic violence, the chance of him stopping today and flying right, statistically not awesome, but he can change, but that ain't your business. You take care of yourself. And we'll worry about him later.
I mean, I don't care whether he changes or not. If he wants to be a father to his son, then I'm not that. It's not up to me to decide a yes or a no on that. That's up to him. But what I can say is that
When you go to
I'll
court,
never put myself in that situation.
Adriana, when you go to court, is your video on?
Yes.
Okay, good. Everybody, have your video on. Everybody, you should wear a shirt and tie if you're a guy. I don't care. I mean, you know, this is the fight of your life. And you might only have one tie. I understand that. But you trying to convince somebody who statistically says you ain't right. And when you do things differently, people look at you differently. And so it's important that when you come to that video, soon as you pop on, just like when people pop on here, first thing everybody does is look at them. And you can immediately release dolphins or sharks right away. Bless your heart, Adriana. Who else did their homework?
I don't, Mr. Pascal. I don't have road rage, but I do have a couple of go-to songs that I have to find if I find myself in a situation.
What
And
are
there are two songs by Tupac. One of the songs is "It Ain't Easy," and the other song is "Me Against the World."
yeah, yeah. Me
And
go
and
ahead.
those songs basically the "It Ain't Easy" is pretty much a song telling them about how it is being Tupac. and he don't, and it's not easy being him because he don't know, will he see the penitentiary or will he stay free? So when you put yourself in those predicaments and a road rage or just an incident period, you have to think about what you do before you do it. So that's a good way to ask yourself: will I see the penitentiary or will I stay free? Because it could take 10 seconds to get into the trouble, but a lifetime to get out of.
And now we talking happy place talk. Absolutely. We talking happy place talk. What is in your happy place that brings you back down? In the middle of road rage, you can't go to a happy place. So you got to have a happy place in your car. That's called having your why. I want my kids back, but I know I got road rage. So how am I going to deal with that? That's, what are the obstacles that's going to stop you from getting your baby back? I got a problem with drugs. My boyfriend ain't shit. When you're in your happy place, you know if your boyfriend or your girlfriend ain't shit or not. And you when you're in your happy place, you're like, well, it's gonna be hard to get off of my drugs if my girlfriend ain't shit. And so I got to deal with that girlfriend thing if my focus is getting off drugs. I ain't saying you got to get rid of them, but they got to get with you on your rehab. If your wife is beating you, but she don't want to go to anger classes, come on, bro. What's your why? To help my wife stop beating me or get my kids back. And see, it ain't both. You're dealing with teaching calm down so that your babies don't have domestic violence issues. What makes domestic violence? Somebody ain't getting what they want. And they having a temper tantrum. And they ain't trying to do timeout. So forget your boos and your booettes. It's about your kids. And you have to teach them how to control their anger because in this world, some of y'all have watched the 13th. And you don't want your baby in some damn prison cell for 2 minutes because they got mad in 10 seconds. And we all know people that's in jail that just got mad and they're not really jail people. Some people, I've worked with kids in my life. Some kids be like, oh, I could deal with jail, Coach P. Ain't no problem. I ain't worried about that. And you look at him, you be like, yeah, he probably could. But most people, like me and a whole bunch of other people, man, if I go to jail if I go to jail, y'all, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna find me a boyfriend. Hell with y'all. I don't care what y'all think of that shit. I ain't getting my ass beat every day. I'm gonna find me a big ass boyfriend and I'm gonna be walking around with my hand in his pocket. So everybody
Nah,
leave me the fuck alone.
man.
Hey man, that's my wife, bro. I can sit here and play tough. Shit, I'm gonna beat their ass, Terry. No, I ain't trying to beat their ass. I'm gonna go. You know what I did the day before class? I got on my patio, drank my coffee, my little waterfalls is running, and I was sitting back enjoying the moment. I can't do that shit in jail.
There
So,
ain't no moments.
so yeah, you ain't gonna call you N-word, Pascal. It ain't nothing you can do I could end up at 6. I ain't tripping, anybody can, but I'm gonna go to 6 kind of slow because I'm gonna be thinking about if I go to jail, I'm gonna have to get a nasty ass, stanky breath, non-showering boyfriend, and hell no. That's gonna change me right there. Because my wife is beautiful and she smells good. I ain't trading her for stanky ass George because he got so stanky ass George gonna have a hard time pissing me off. But that's where the why is. The why structures you. The why makes you invincible. And you got to keep building on that why. Listen to this, guys. My kids are grown. Had I been tough ass Gerald at 30, I wouldn't have 31 years of memories with them. So I'm after the effect. I'm older than all y'all. Probably put y'all ages together. I'm still older than y'all. But what I have that you don't is a whole bunch of memories. And when you get to the memory stage, you're like, I wouldn't have traded the memories just to beat up John's ass 10 years ago. Yeah, well, John, I don't even see John no more. I see my kids all the time. It's that partnership, guys. That's more important. When Terry got kids that's 26, he can't tell them what to do no more. But if he has a partnership with him, he kind of can. Partnership. Who else did their homework? Some of y'all didn't do your homework, and y'all ain't.
My homework.
Huh?
I did my homework.
Talk to me.
Uh, during road rage, someone's following me too close because I hate that shit. I can't stand that shit.
Hey,
Like I'm usually the one that slams on my brakes. Like I'm trying to get you to eat the rear end of my car because if you follow me too close, you deserve it. But I'll probably pop in anything Matt and Kim because Matt and Kim has a couple of different couple of different relations to me. You know, aside from me and Tara running around acting goofy in the car, dancing around to it, and people staring at us, you know, at the red lights like we're crazy. But you know, in 2016, we were addicted to heroin. We were on heroin real bad. And it wasn't until I went to jail and went to prison that uh, I actually came off of it. And we both came off of it in jail in Galveston County.
Sure.
And I mean, that's one reason right there. I won't ever touch it again, just because of the withdrawal. Like once you don't know anything until you withdrew from heroin. Heroin is a bitch.
Fuck.
That stuff sucks. Like, and but we were jamming Matt and Kim back in 2016. So now I associate it with part of my why is not to go back to prison because it was right before that, right before we got pulled over by League City cops. And I mean, I'll tell you now, there was heroin in the car. We didn't get heroin charges is because I was able to get it off of Terry and throw it out the window of the back of the police cruiser. Because for some stupid reason, he rolled down his window. And I was like, okay, well, you just gave me a perfect opportunity to get rid of 3 grams of heroin. So
Right.
I'm not going to keep it on me. So I reached over with my teeth. They had us in the back of the same police cruiser. I reached over with my teeth. I still don't know how I did this. Got it out of her bra. So I had one last good time before we went to jail, and I spit it out the window. But now I associate Matt and Kim also with my fight not to go back to jail because for one, I don't think Tara would make it through it if I went back. Tara ended up going back to jail because she was having some hard times back when this is when the first not 2016 is not when the case started. The case started in 2018. I was gone and Tara was going through her own bad times. And then I got out and being the husband that I am, I joined her. I was like, you know what? If you're doing it, I'm doing it. It's cool. We're on this trip together. And then we went to Waller County and that was fun. But no, I'd say Matt and Kim because there's a lot of aside from the music, there's a lot of stuff that's going on there. It's a lot of there's a lot of memories and a lot of reasoning uh, that comes with that music.
Hey, Josh, you got was your dad in your life?
Yes.
And
Yeah, he's actually one of the people that have my son now, along with my parents. They've been married for like 53 years, something like that. But and I'm not saying I blame them for the way I came out, but they're doing a lot of the same things that they did to me. They're doing it to my kid now,
of course,
which is sheltering him.
yeah, of course.
And when I was sheltering, like I said, I'm not blaming them. I make my own decisions. But when I got sheltered as a kid, like when I came up and I saw these situations, I didn't know how to combat them. But my parents were not these people that were just going to let me be myself because I was the wearing black. That I was that person. They didn't like that. They were like, "Oh, we're Christians, and you must worship the devil." And
That was around Columbine time.
well, a little before Columbine, I think. Like, because I'm old. I'm getting old.
Your ass ain't old.
39 years old, man. I'm getting
39.
old.
Ooh.
Shut up.
It is a homework assignment also.
What?
What'd you say,
I
Terry?
said I did the homework assignment also.
Oh,
Take it away.
I don't really get road rage really, you know. I mean, I can get annoyed with drivers, but I don't really have a road rage problem.
okay.
I don't have a road rage problem.
Don't tell them.
And then I was thinking like about the music though. I used to listen to a lot of Matt and Kim with my kids in the back seat of this Jeep that I had, and it used to make them really happy when I would turn it on. So that it reverts back to my why. And you know, even though I don't have that right now with my kids, I can have it again one day if I keep working towards my goal.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, your why could be powerful, guys. It really can. I grew up in Detroit, and I could tell you some horror stories. And I live in Port Neches now, and I'm proud of that shit. It'd be violence here too. As a matter of fact, somebody just got killed yesterday, I want to say, but it's a lot different than Detroit.
In Port Neches?
Yeah, they
You
did.
got some gangsters over there, aren't you?
I stay in my lane.
Mr. Pascal,
Talk to me, Adriana. Go sit down. Not you,
I
Adriana.
gotta go. I gotta go take a drug test. So I gotta get out of here and get dressed and stuff.
Okay, so check this out. 2 seconds before you go. How smart was that, everybody? She had to go somewhere, so she came to class, contributed, talked. Hey man, she in class today. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. You got to do what you got to do to get your babies back. Adriana, take off and pass the damn drug test. And if you pass it or
I
don't,
always do, Mr. Pascal. Always do.
all right, my girl.
Bye.
Okay, take care, babe. Who else?
Mr.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Come
I
on.
know I already did my homework and I told you about it, but I did get really good news yesterday from my attorney.
Talk to me.
He filed a motion to get it to where I get unsupervised visits with Wyatt, to where I can be able to spend Christmas with him by myself and not with his dad hovering me.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. I'm doing a case now. I think I tell you guys about this, where the mom has to pay me for the visits. I have it today. And she had a visit Monday. Dad called. He was sick. And so what? You sick? You still supposed to take the kid? He hung up on her. And she might not get her rights to have Christmas. So she's like so depressed. So when you get these sunshine moments, guys, really appreciate it. Everybody don't get them. And take advantage.
We haven't got a court date for it because our Polk County's court coordinator has COVID. So
yeah. It's the world we live in, man. Judge is coming down with COVID. Everybody on this docket case is sent to, whenever. This is a terrible time, guys. It's a terrible time. Speed things up and either fake it till you make it or just make it, because your kids need you today worse than ever. Foster parents catch COVID too. So these times are, hey man, Dawson does not have time for Kay to be bull crapping. He need her now.
I have a question.
Talk to me.
So my parents are, I'm 39. You can imagine how old they are. I just told you they've been married for 53 years. They're 74 and 72. Renton, who is my youngest, he's my son, he is with them and he is 6 years old. By the time he is 18 years old, they will be what, 86, 88, something like that. So does CPS take into this account? Are they, because like I've mentioned, I've said it to Dwayne, you're talking about a kid who's going to be 18. They're going to die before, and I don't want to say that about them, but they're probably going to die before, he's 18. Really, they are. My dad's got heart problems. My mom's got high blood pressure. She's a nut job.
Okay.
So does the court take that into account and say, well, the parents are doing what they're supposed to do, and these people are old, and they're gonna pass before, and then he's gonna end up back into the system, or he's gonna end up, wherever.
I got your answer already. this is what typically is going to happen. I'm your caseworker. And I say, yeah, his parents are pretty old, but he just relapsed. He don't give a shit, obviously. So his opinion is gone. Now let me see how I'm gonna deal with this. That's really the case. Hey guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. You got a reason to want your babies back. You can't screw up. You can't screw up. You can't say, listen, what y'all doing is wrong and screw up, because then nobody want to hear your vote. You don't have no vote. So that's more reason when you on that highway of hell, that's a song too, that you have to that's your why. You got to say to yourself, not Josh, but Joshes of the world. You have to say to yourself, hey man, my kids is with my parents and they might die. I got to get my shit together, because if I don't get my shit together and they die, ain't no telling where my kids going to be. That's your why. Yeah, CPS is not going to say, I feel sorry for Bill and I'm going to go ahead and give him his kids back because the situation he in right now is not good for him. Remember the kid, David, who burnt the facility. He didn't burn it down, but he tried to. They just sent him to another place. They didn't say, poor baby, he wanted his parents back. Let's give him. They didn't say that. They said, we're going to send him to another place. And the other place says, hell yeah, send him. I make more money for kids that burn shit up.
Well, that's not exactly. I mean, like I'm not saying that if I'm just sitting here screwing up, that they're going to give them back to. I mean, I'm doing the classes. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm passing drugs. I mean, because we go to court in February.
What's the drug?
Methamphetamines and heroin.
Okay. And so how long ago did you relapse?
12 months. Yeah, that's right. 12 to 18 months.
There you go. There you go. And that's the purpose of you guys doing that exercise, because it gives you some insight when they're having their meetings, their CPS meetings, and the program director has the meeting. They say, hey, I got a case and blah, blah, blah. And what's the standards? 12 to 18 months, not 11 and a half, 12 to 18 months. So you already know that, guys. So, that's part of, when you get a chance to talk, you might even say that, letting them know that you're aware of stuff. But yeah, it's 12 to 18 months, because statistically, 86% of people fail. I don't know where that percentage is, higher or lower, from the last time we talked about it, but you guys got to understand, it takes 12 to 18 months. And so, you got to deal with your stuff, and you're going to do it, but you don't want your babies to go through this. And if your babies are living with an 86-year-old foster situation, when they get stressed, they don't have you. See, Josh, your babies need you. You got a son?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I have a son.
Yeah. So
your 6-year-old and I have a 15-year-old.
Okay, so your 15-year-old got to come to you one day and be like, Dad, I'm dealing with some shit, man. How do I deal with it? And if you're the type of parent that's yell too much, say something, he ain't even coming to you.
I've tried to be a friend too. I mean, not a friend, but I've tried to be cool. Not even cool. I mean, like I've tried to be nice to my 15-year-old, and my 15-year-old is a completely different ball of wax. And because I'm dealing with and I'm not dealing with it. I'm as supportive as I can be, because my 15-year-old is going through transition. She was a girl, and now she wants to be a boy. So I don't know.
I love this, y'all. So I'm gonna speed up, but I need you to listen harder, because Josh just said, I got a 15-year-old who's got 15 years experience being him. And I tried to be nice. Well, even with Terry, and it ain't about trying to be nice. It's about being consistent over a period of time. Because just because you take this punk ass parenting classes and go to your kids and be like, I took a punk ass parenting classes, they not impressed. It's what you do over a period of time. And I want to be clear. I'm not saying be nice. I'm not saying be friend. I'm really just saying be consistent and offer positive vibes. That's what I'm saying. So if I got a 15-year-old that's what's that, ninth grade, entering ninth grade, he got
10th
problems.
grade.
Yeah, 10th
She's
grade.
in 10th now, yeah.
That's big time. High school, ninth
Yeah.
and hey man, those are big time problems. And if you don't have nobody to really talk to, y'all young as hell. You remember when you was in 10th grade? If you don't really have nobody to help you through that, makes it tougher. How the hell is Dawson going to make it if he's living with foster parents? Okay, he can't, they first of all, they don't understand him. They just getting a big ass check, typically. And he don't have you. Hell, some of his problems gonna be because he don't have you. You're awesome. And not to have an awesome mom is some bullshit. How you gonna be awesome and not be awesome to your baby? Who you gonna be awesome to? The damn caseworker? That's some bullshit. He has you for a reason.
I have one more question.
Talk to me.
So the 15-year-old is in Dayton with my mother-in-law, which so she's already done ninth grade there. She's doing 10th grade there. And we're basically at the point where we're like, well, we can let you finish. I mean, like basically letting her finish out under her mom because we don't really want to rip her from it. She's already made friends, da 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 da. So is that going to pose a problem to us when we go for our son back, but we're like, we're going to leave her where she's at?
Well, the good part is that the kid is 15 and they have a right to make a choice themselves.
Oh, okay.
So in your case, that's and it's just a matter of 15-year-old has a voice on where he's going to stay. But go back to the 6-year-old who doesn't have a voice, and let's spend 10 seconds with him. He'll be 15 in 9 years,
Mm-hmm.
and he's living with the parents that's 86 or will be 86.
Yeah, they're just old.
Your relapse days, you and Tara can't, when relapse opportunity comes, that's something that has to play into your mind before you decide to relapse. And I'm not talking about you literally, I'm talking about all of us, because everybody relapses. Well, not everybody, but it's socially acceptable that people relapse. The highway is rough.
Well, the reason I don't want to sit here and sound like I'm making an excuse or justifying or
It sounds like you're doing that. But it does. It sounds like you're making a bunch of excuses. And really, the answer to your excuses is the violin play and get your shit together. That's really, it ain't gonna be no easier road. Hell, Donna went to her court case yesterday and they tested her. And I love you, Donna, to death. But I ain't like Terry. I don't believe you. If you failed the test, you failed the test. They don't have fake tests. And you said twice. And I mean, that's twice. So, and then there's a third test coming up. Check this out, y'all. If Donna's telling the truth and it's not my job or nobody to say she is or isn't, I love you regardless. Check this out. Now we know that you might go to court and they may give you a test and it may be wrong. Your job just got harder. Eat some greens. Drink plenty of water. I don't know, because you might go take a test and it gives you an inaccurate. So I mean, so what you gonna do if you in Donna's case, if you didn't do nothing in a test say you did? What you gonna do? Get another lawyer that's more expensive? You gonna sue? What you gonna do? So I don't know what the answer is. Hell, for one thing, especially meth. Think about this. Y'all already showed this to us with your homework. If you're around somebody else that's doing it, the shit comes into your pores. You ain't do nothing, but you're around somebody who does. And you might not even know they do it. Because a lot of people that do meth, they don't go around with a sign on their head saying they do meth. So you may be around somebody that's doing meth. And you don't get a chance to explain that to the judge. Hell, and even if you did, I wouldn't want to hear it. Judge, it's not me, I'm around somebody. That's just as bad. So yeah, I don't mind spending time with excuses because we all got to hear them. But yeah, let's call it for what it is. It's a damn excuse. Hey man, it's a damn. Kay, uh, Tristan probably is mad at me because he spent a lot of time reaching out to me, and I didn't want to hear shit. Go to rehab, and then we'll talk. Because I don't want to hear the excuses, and I ain't even the caseworker. So the biggest thing sometimes people take a hard time dealing with is looking in the mirror and saying, "I'm the problem." And if you a man, even if you ain't the problem, you the damn problem, because that's why you the man. God didn't make you a man just because. He made you the damn man because you're supposed to be an example and lead. That's what you're supposed to do. And ladies, if you have a guy that's not leading, dump his ass and get a doll. Get a damn doll. Because your kids is more important. Guys, if you got a gal that's not doing what they're supposed to do, dump her ass and get a doll. Ain't nobody got to know. You ain't gonna put it on your front doorstep that you got a doll. You ain't got to tell them. You ain't even got to tell us. But your kids need you. 7,000 dropping out a day. 51% of girls are getting raped by the time they're 16. 1 out of 6 boys are getting raped by the time they're 16. You never hear about that. And the world just got worse in 2020. So yeah, let's call excuses out. Hey Donna, you failed your test. Do you still have an outside chance?
The judge just said not to get my hopes up, regardless of whether it was clean or dirty. So I'm not sure why. He's never been partial to me at all. Even from the beginning, he's never been on my side for anything. But I've never failed a UA. I was clean in November. The end of November of 19 is my sobriety date. It's a date for me to know the numbers. It's a trigger. Some people don't understand that, and I guess that's part of his issue, is because I don't know my exact date. But to me, if I have to sit back and think this is how many days I've been clean, it makes me want to use. To each is their own. Everybody's got their own, trigger, and that one's mine, and he doesn't understand that.
Yeah, so I mean, if that's a trigger, okay, let's think about this in love, everybody, as we wind down. This is important. That's a trigger, and the judge says you can have your babies back. He's giving you your babies back knowing that you got triggers. And that's why we're in this class, and I'm trying to be tough. It's hard for me to be tough, to be honest with y'all, but I'm trying to be tough because that's some of the real life shit you got to deal with. And when I was talking to Donna, she said the caseworker knows how to get on my nerves. Well, she can't get on your nerves no more, because you got to show that some of the triggers that statistically make us mess up, you don't have anymore. And so that's the challenge, man. That's why that's the challenge. And even with you, and I'm just, you my girl, Donna, you know that. But even with you, the emotions that you having now kind of makes me nervous. If I'm giving her kids back, but she's got so emotions going on here. I'm not sure if Dakota is ready for that. Dakota's in a situation with foster parents, and they're stable. Hell, I haven't had any reports about them. Those are some of the decisions that we're giving these people about our life. And so I say to Donna, every time you walk in the courtroom, you walk in shirt and tie and releasing Dolphins. The emotions come before and after, but it's game time now, because I got to let him know that I used to fumble a lot in practice, but I ain't fumbling no damn more.
Actually, he did compliment me that I was able to hold myself together more than the norm. Before I was a basket case, but always emotional crying. But that really hit hard yesterday. It was just, regardless of what he said, whether I passed or not, he just doesn't know what he was going to do. And that was hard to take in. But I don't know. I know I'm clean. I've been clean since November. So hopefully that God is on my side and the truth comes out. So, but like you said, I didn't even think about being around different people and You know, even going to meetings, you put yourself in jeopardy by not knowing who's clean and who's not. Being in hotel rooms, that's where I've been the last couple weeks.
Hell yeah.
So that, you know, shame on me. I should have known better.
And so check this out: John, Terry, Anna, Amber, Samantha, Kate, Gerald, Terry, Carissa. You need to feel her emotions right now. And what you hear her saying is the judge basically said in so many words, I don't give a shit. And that could be your future. I've talked to Donna's before. Hell, I've been to the court when the mother leaves and screaming in the parking lot because her baby, oh my God, the scream is indescribable because shit then finally hit the fan and they know they're not getting their babies back. I'm telling you, the scream is indescribable. But once the judge hits that hammer down, he don't give a shit no more. He got other cases. And that's what happens to people. And then all of a sudden they want to, you know, get God in their life and all this other stuff. Get God in your life, just like Kay asked, and your road ain't over with Kay. But her case started in July. She was in parenting class in August. I can't even say nothing but nice things about her. She dealing with a buckethead. He my boy, and we cool. I'll tell him that. But she kind of cut his ass because Dawson needs her more than he does. Now he might be getting his shit together. She just said he in rehab now. Well, his ass didn't go to rehab when he's supposed to. And now he's saying to himself in his happy place, my girl getting ready to leave my ass. I'm getting ready to leave, losing my kids. I better get my shit together. My boy, Pascal, ain't even answering my texts no more. Because I don't want to hear the shit. Unless you say you started rehab. And that's your why. And Kay and Tristan might, I don't want to say his name, he'll be on here one day. They may have the best marriage of all times for the rest of life. Because she put her damn foot down and said, look, bro, I'm going to rehab. You know, I'll check with you later. We can do our visits together. I got your back, blah, blah, blah. But I'm getting my shit together. Sometimes that's what it takes. You guys' story, Terry, oh my God, how much education has been with hearing about Aaron. And then we learned something this. We know this psychologically that a girl needs her dad. Everybody know that. Maybe she doing that shit because she want Terry in her life more. And she not a bad kid. And she trying to get away from mama. I'm not saying that's the case, but who knows? We know that kids start fires to get their parents back. Who's to say Aaron ain't cutting up in front of her mother because she know mom can't handle her because she want her damn dad? I don't know. And if dad comes off like an asshole, then who she supposed to want then? The 18-year-old boyfriend who's saying, yeah, I understand. Yeah, baby. Yeah, boo. Let me buy you some shoes. Smoke this shit. You talk about piranhas, them the damn piranhas, other guys. And we all know Aaron's smart as hell. Y'all been hearing her. So Terry have another twerk contest on Saturday. And no, a rap song. I meant to Donna for this. Donna said, I hate rap. Okay, so on Saturday picnics, let's do a partnership thing, baby girl. You do your rap and I do my jazz. And let's talk about it. Because Donna, you learned from Terry that all rap ain't bad, just by having a conversation. So we can use some of those things sometimes to build relationships, to build partnerships. When we're thinking from a dolphin perspective. You take her to the pastor, and the pastor say, what? Dakota did what? Oh, she bad. Yeah, she bad. Oh, she ain't bad. She just crying out because she might want you to get your shit together and she needs you. And kids are bucketheads. Sometimes they act out because they think, oh, the foster parent gonna be tired of me now and give me back. That's not how it works. Kids aren't bad just because they want to be bad. They're good because they want to be good. And sometimes they're bad because you're not letting them or appreciating the good. It's your damn fault. My daughter bad. She don't listen to nothing I say. It's your damn fault. You've been yelling too much, saying the same thing over again, and you're too critical. Take the blame. I can't do nothing with her. It's your damn fault. She don't talk to me. It's your damn fault. Or give them up. Foster care, hey man, I tell you what, straight up, before, if I can't get my bills paid, I'll be a foster parent before I just give it up. I ain't gonna be the damn foster parent I was as a dad. You are in the fight of your life. Amber talking about I'm inconsistent, kids running over me. Damn right. It's a lot of people that's in trouble who have parents that didn't that let them run over them. You in the fight of your life too. You gotta be consistent. This ain't no shit where you hear this a lot of times. I was a terrible parent, but I'm a great grandparent. Yeah, that happens a lot. Because it ain't no practice on being a parent. You gain the experience after you was a parent. You be a hell of a grandparent. Comments as we wrap this up. Comments, thoughts. Good one, Don. Do we have a course for kids and parents? Yeah. The pandemic has screwed us up because yeah, we have class. I love these classes with kids because kids love them, first of all, because they got somebody finally that's telling their parent that your ass is the problem. See, when you take them to the pastor be like, listen to your mom, listen to your dad, listen to your mom, listen to your dad. No, it's your damn fault. And you know, the pandemic just done throwed us down, but the best classes are classes with the parents and the kids. That happens after you guys get your kids back. I'm working on that. You know, there's a lot of contracts right now, life coaching, because there's so much depression that's happening in 2020. Whole world just changed, y'all. All kind of contracts. Contracts come out in September. All kind of contracts right now. There's a life skill contract that I'm doing where I basically teach the kid how to write a damn check. I teach him how to use the fork instead of the knife type of shit. You know, they're gonna pay me to do that shit. My wife is a certified diabetes educator, so we threw that into the contract. We can also offer this. Yes, a lot of money to be made in the pimpocracy if we just get rid of some small things. Anger. How mad do you think Dawson gonna be if his mama quits on him? You know, who he gonna do? Love the foster parent? He gonna be trouble like a mug if his mama quit on him. And Donna, your road ain't lost. Dakota's old enough. She's 12. She maybe need another year or so, and she make her own choices. You still got to get your shit together. You can't just bottom out because shit ain't going right. It's all kind of stories of kids going back to their parents when they're old enough. Get your shit together. Okay, maybe you screw it up. But I do believe this. Something needs to change because if you're not doing drugs, somebody around you is. Because that shit don't come back, man. I'm telling you, I did the tests myself. And, you know, everybody who failed a test say the test was wrong. Every damn body in the whole wide world. I help people get jobs and they say, I ain't do no drugs. And they take a test and they fail. And they be like, I ain't do nothing. And I'll be like, yeah, I know, because it's a professional environment. Yeah, okay, well, let's try another job. In my mind, I'll be like, your ass failed. Your ass failed. And, you know, one or two people might not fail, but it don't matter. But your fight is not over with Dakota. She needs you. She's 12. And I know she's beautiful and she's smart as hell. She sounds like it. Just like Aaron. They smart as hell. Kids are way smarter than y'all dumbasses or my dumbass. That's what I meant to say straight up. Y'all know I ain't calling y'all no dumbasses. Y'all know that shit. I cuss, but I don't be stupid about it. But they smarter than us. And I really apologize for that. I'm so sorry for saying that. I talk about myself all the time. I don't talk about y'all. That was a dumbass comment. I need my ass kicked.
Well, not really, Mr. Pascal, because some of the predicaments we put ourselves in was dumbass moves that we did it ourselves. So sometimes we need that firm talking to, or that stiff kicking ass, you know, to try to get us in line, because in some ways, man, you all looked at as our only hope. There ain't too many people getting in our corner telling us we got this. Ain't too many people can laugh and smile in our face and make light out of our darkness. It takes a special skill to do that. So, again, I have to end my sessions always by thanking you for just doing what you enjoy doing, but it means so much to people that really need these classes and need these courses to get by everyday life. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody in this class. And hey man, I love y'all, man. This is something that it grows. And I mean, to not personally meet people, but to just hear stories that's shared. Everybody has a tragic story, but in the end, we all look into the light for the magnificent, glorifying ending. And that's to be reunited with our children back at home doing what God plan is. That's it.
Terry, that was beautiful. That was just beautiful.
Well, it was a heartfelt message, and I felt that everyone needed to hear that.
Thank you, Terry.
I did need to hear that. Thanks, man.
I did too.
Yeah, thank you.
What a great thing to leave it on. And you had preach, brother. And we'll see you guys Friday.
I still want to know about Terry's hope.
Oh, I did it.
You did it.
Oh, I wasn't.
Do we have homework?
I wasn't here.
Oh. Okay, before everybody leave, I'm gonna go fast. Listen to me. So I got homework down here. Aaron, we talked about that. Watch a pass Zoom class. Some of y'all ain't did it. Only one person said it. Watching the 13th. Only Josh listened to it. Some of you new people ain't seen the 13th yet. Y'all don't know what the hell we talking about. 0-200 real quick. Road rage. So we got homework assignments that people haven't done. So what we do is typically we start the day off talking about homework, and you see how it flows us into the left. So you got to jump in there and get your homeworks done right away. It's on my little list.
What was the road rage? I missed that one.
Do you have road rage?
Kinda, but not really.
The next time you get road rage, I want you to throw a song on and start singing it and tell us how long it took you to forget about what the hell happened. Like Anna said, she put some song in and she forgot about it. Because my point is this: if you got a plan,
We put the link in our chat to that song.
Okay, I saw that.
Okay, good. Everybody saw that link in there. Everybody, so whatever your song is, tell us about your song. And, maybe
and then watch a missed class.
Yeah, get on YouTube and watch a missed class and tell me about it.
Okay.
Road rage, our experiences. Pastor wants to pray. Caseworker. Okay, so check this out. All the little notes that I had for class, we covered them. And you guys did, it's because of y'all taking us there. I love y'all. I don't ever want to stop talking, but I'm getting ready to shut the hell up, and I'm going to see y'all Friday.
Have a blessed day, everyone.
What you want, Mr. Pascal?
Yes,
what
ma'am.
you want me to do? I got some homework or what?
Yeah. Tell me about failed tests. How many tests are really failed as opposed to people saying they failed, but they didn't?
The accuracy of drug tests.
Accuracy of drug tests. That's your homework by yourself.
All right, got you.
You want a nice report about it. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I love y'all.
All right. Love you.
Bye. Tell your wife, I got her text. We understand that the boss is tripping. It's all good. All right, guys.
Bye, guys.